Hey guys, so I have been playing around with the idea to scroll through my notes on my phone. I use the app Google Keep and I keep notes all the time, like everywhere. When something strikes me or when I'm just, walking or going about my day and an idea pops into my mind, I jot it down, or when I take notes on books or whatever. And I had the idea to scroll through my notes and pick a random one and then just talk about what I wrote down, because I think that there is a lot of interesting content in my phone that I don't really use that much. And I thought it was great inspiration for podcast episodes. So today I scrolled through my phone and one quote caught my eye, which was this one. So I don't know if you can see it. Yes. So it says, who I was does not dictate who I am and who I am becoming. And I think it is an incredible, powerful quote because it shows, it proves that you don't have to stay stuck in the past. You can make mistakes. You can do terrible things, and I don't recommend you do, but you always have a choice to decide today to become someone else. You can decide today to act differently. You can choose. You have a choice. You can choose to no longer call your husband or wife names. You can decide to treat your friends with respect. You can decide to start recycling your trash. You can decide to reduce your economic footprint. You can do whatever, whenever, and you can start today. So, who you were in the past doesn't have to dictate who you will become in the present or even who you are today. And of course, there is certain things that influenced you growing up. You might have gone through terrible trauma. You might have experienced the most horrendous things growing up. I absolutely empathize with you if that is the case. I understand it. I can relate. There is so much stuff that we deal with growing up that has its impact in our present day-to-day lives. I am not here to deny that. I am not here to make it look less bad as it actually was. Not at all. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that despite all the things we experienced growing up, you still have a choice. You can still choose to treat yourself as someone who has agency, someone who can make decisions, someone who can cultivate their inner resourcefulness, someone who can learn, someone who can grow, who can transform. You can transform. You have a choice. You can become the person you want to become. And I strongly believe that becoming the person you want to become is encoded in your day-to-day behaviors, your daily habits, the small things you do every single day. So if you commit to improving yourself daily, pick up a book, read a few pages, apologize where you can, stop telling these small little white lies everywhere. Cut that shit out. Stop doing the things that you know you shouldn't be doing. You have a choice, and it's all these small little daily habits that will ultimately decide who you will become. And if you make a conscious decision today to improve yourself on a daily basis, you will become that person you want to be. And your past doesn't have to decide that for you, right? If you hurt someone tremendously in the past, what can you do today to change that? Well, first of all, you can learn to not repeat the same mistake. Secondly, you can go apologize to that person. Thirdly, you can learn the lessons that were inherently hidden in this experience, right? You can learn that it's not okay to behave a certain way. You can learn that certain people react to your behavior in such and such ways, right? These are all valuable lessons that you can learn from previous experiences. And that is ultimately, I believe, the power of memory. The purpose of memory is to teach us things and to allow us to learn from previous mistakes. It is not to keep us stuck in the past. It is there to teach us things, so we can learn and grow and evolve, and we can become the person we want to become. So I want to invite you to make the conscious decision to choose. Choose today who you want to be, and start small. Start small. If you want to become a more mindful person, start practicing a mindfulness exercise daily. It can be 2 minutes. You can start with 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes. When you're waiting in line for the grocery store, or you're waiting in front of a red light, whatever it is, take a moment to pay attention to your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. It can even be 30 seconds. You can start with 30 seconds. And then once you start to implement this in your day-to-day life, every single day, you take a moment where you focus, where you are a little bit more mindful, then you can expand on that. You can make it 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long you want. But if being a more mindful person is important to you, if you value being more mindful, then you will make it happen. There is enough time. It comes down to your priorities. It comes down to setting aside the excuses you're having for yourself, right? Set aside these excuses. You can make a choice. It's not that life is steering you. It's not that life has total control over you. You have control over what you do on a daily basis. I want you to adopt this mindset, because it will be the most enabling and the most powerful and the most empowering mindset you can have. Because if you have a victim mindset, what can you do? Nothing. Literally nothing. Oh, this happened to me and I have no other choice. Okay, you have no other choice then. You're stuck. And I'm not here to blame the people who went through horrendous things and are a victim of that situation. There is situations where what happened to certain people is absolutely terrible. It's terrible. So I empathize with them. However, they still can, despite what they went through, make a conscious decision to try to make things better for themselves. And it's okay to go through a stage of victimhood. Absolutely. I think it's even necessary. It's necessary to feel like a victim. It really is. However, once you have fully immersed yourself in this victim experience, you will start to understand that, okay, now it's time for me to think more empowering thoughts. I have a choice. I can make a decision. And even if it's a 0.001% increase in your day-to-day well-being, then make that choice. Go clean up your kitchen that's looking totally messed up. Go say to your best friend that you love him or her. Call someone you haven't been spoken to for a long time, who used to be very important to you and who might still be, but you were just so caught up in your own stuff that you were not really paying attention to their lives. There are so many things you can do to improve your life on a daily basis, small little steps. And it's these daily steps that will make the difference in the long run. So take a moment to think to yourself, how can I make my day better today? How can I become the person that I want to be? Because the person who I used to be doesn't dictate the person that I am becoming. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.